Hey everyone, RobJ here. Welcome back to the Nova, and welcome to an indie game highlight of the trailer for Luca. Now, Luca is a style action role-playing game about finding oneself in a world of nightmares. The game is being developed by melessthanthree. Now, I'm showing you the trailer today because first off, congratulations on being funded on Kickstarter. That is awesome. I looked through the images, I read the story, and I saw some cool GIFs, and there's a lot of work put into this game, so it's so deserved to be funded on Kickstarter. Kudos to you, man. Kudos to the developers. Right on. But the story itself is very interesting, as you're one of the marked children who have an innate magical ability that is feared and hunted for. Or hunted by, because it's so fearful. And you're living in a world of nightmares, of course, and you seek purification as well as you want to escape, as you don't want the corruption to consume you. You know, like, you got this crazy power, yet the corruption that surrounds you can consume you. That's a little intense. But also the game offers a unique combat hybrid system, which consists of melee as well as projectiles. So I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit of a mix of, you know, beat 'em up style with maybe a little bit of Mega Man shooting. I'm not too sure, but I really like that hybrid mix. That's awesome. And it's got a very unique scribble style art form. So that's what really drew me into the game too. It's very, very unique. I love the story. You know, you're one of the marked children with this crazy power that's, you know, you're feared for and you're hunted for it. And, you know, you're seeking purification and trying to escape this, you know, world of nightmares. So without further ado, let's check out the trailer. melessthanthree. Aww. Aww. I keep saying aww. Crazy. Yeah. Yep, I like it. I love the art. I love it. It's so stylish, it's so simple, yet it's so unique. It's well crafted, it's well done. And there's like a little item system or skill tree system in there too. Interesting. Look at those, I think there's combos in this game. I'm pretty sure there's combos. And we can see by the numbers too that, you know, each kind of attack deals a certain amount of damage. Yes! Is there more than one person? It seems like he's got a little group going on with him. Yeah, like a little pet. The music is awesome. Right on. Oh, there's a stamina mechanic. Cool. Look at that crazy monster. What do the percentages mean? Luca. Crazy. Nightmare world. Is that a heart? Okay, so a lot of questions come to mind as I was watching that trailer. First off, do you get a little pet? Or is that like, since I think this game is built around mental illness, and again, finding oneself because you're trapped in a nightmarish world, finding oneself. So it's, I believe it's a lot of it's based on a personal struggle. But yeah, that's what I think the game is based off of, because it makes the most sense. You know, mental illness, finding oneself. So I think that makes the most sense. But what does a little pet mean beside you? Is that like your little bit of sanity left? Or, because like we saw it change color too. There was teal, there was yellow, and there was red. Maybe if we kind of combine color theory behind it, it could mean yellow means he's happy, teal means he's anxious, red means he's angry. You know, it's a very good question to ask what the pet, or is that like your companion, represents. I have a feeling it represents your last bits of sanity in this nightmarish world. I think it's a pretty good assumption, right? And you can see it kind of comboed with him too, or her, you know, fighting the nightmarish monsters. We saw it kind of combine and attack with it, so maybe it's like a little pet who powers you up. I'm not too sure. We saw a skill tree or an item inventory system. I'm not too sure what that is either. But since this is kind of like an RPG, I'm assuming we're going to have some skill trees. and we're gonna put some abilities in we want to put into to maximize our combos and output the most damage we can against the enemies. We also saw this really weird percentage thing near the very end of the video, which I'm thinking is maybe it's Luca's sanity meter. Like, it was increasing yet it was decreasing, but I think it was increasing. I could be very wrong about this, but it was increasing, and he was getting more red. So does that mean he was getting more angry, or was he losing more of his mind being in this nightmarish world? That'd be kind of cool too. And there's also, oh wait, I almost forgot, there was also a stamina mechanic in the game as well. So you can't just keep doing crazy combos all day long. You have to, salvage how you're gonna play out fighting these nightmarish creatures, which I like. So it's not just kind of like, okay, punch, kick, projectile. You have to really strategize of how you're gonna beat these monsters. I like that. It's very smart to put a stamina mechanic in the game. The one thing is, I wonder if all the levels look alike, because we saw a lot of, because I get the idea behind the art style of the game. It's scribble. It's it's you kind of imagine what you think it is essentially. But I wonder if all the levels look the same, like if they're all just going to be black and white. Like, I wonder if there's going to be a little bit of a variety in the game of, oh, this level is kind of green, this level is kind of like an ice world. I'm not too sure if we're going to get any kind of variety mixed in with this art style. But if there is, it's probably going to look pretty damn cool. So that's what I'm wondering about. Is there any kind of like mixing of or any kind of variation, of the level styles in the game? And I'm really curious about that skill tree. But anyways, moving forward. The bosses, we saw that giant boss. I have no idea what it was. To me, it kind of looked like a big guy with a very tiny little head, or a big head with a big mouth. Who knows? But like, how are the bosses going to range from easy to extremely hard? Good questions to ask, or are they all just going to be at a certain level of difficulty with the strategy? Because I feel like on a lot of, I don't want to classify this game as a beat 'em up, but it kind of looks like it's a beat 'em up mixed in with Mega Man, right? So, we get a lot of these bosses in beat 'em ups that you have to learn a strategy. So I'm assuming we're going to learn a lot of strategies when we find these bosses. So I'm wondering how difficult these bosses are going to be. And I'm wondering if, let's say there is a sanity meter in the game, or there's kind of like a mood in the game relating to your pet, because I guarantee it's relating to the pet. That's your sanity of, like, the colors. Anyways, I'm wondering if, if you're extremely mad, you're going to be doing more damage, but you're going to be taking in more damage, or if you're kind of sad and scared, you're going to be doing less damage. So I'm wondering if that plays into the game, but I'm wondering if that mechanic even exists. Remember, I'm just speculating all of my thoughts based on that little pet that you had, because once he went up to that pet, there was a little heart symbol that rose above it. So I'm assuming, hey, come on, it's gotta be his sanity, right? Like, that's gotta be a little bit of his sanity that he found. These assumptions, but so far, I love the look of the game. The music is amazing. The art style is very unique. I love the scribble style, and we saw a little skill tree. I love that. The beat 'em up / projectiles, and the story to the story. He's a marked children with a innate magical power that is feared for and hunted. Who knows what could happen? Could he be corrupted? That's up to you. And I wonder if the story is very linear too. Now that I mention it, is it linear? Like, if he's corrupted, could he still potentially escape this nightmarish world? Who knows? But anyways, everyone, I'm very curious. What are your questions? What are your comments? What do you think about the game? Comment below. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. I'm RobJ. Thank you for entering the Nova. Until next time, keep supporting indie games.